cold as fuck out here. This blizzard is killing. Why you ain't got no fucking jacket on?
Vampires don't get cold.
It's true.
Do they?
I think their body's already cold, right?
You're right.
It's a fucking blizzard. It's a fucking blizzard.
Be careful, you don't want to get attacked by a bear.
This isn't the Revenant.
No?
It's not the Revenant.
I'm not Leonardo DiCaprio?
No.
Huh. Well, who am I? Oh my God, I'm in someone else's body. I'm Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm in a black kid's body?
Alright. What's going on, guys? Your boy X here.
And the one and only Christopher.
And we're the go-to guys. Today we're bringing you the Vampire Diaries Season 7, Episode 17. I went to the woods.
He said that pretty fast.
Was I supposed to say it slow?
He was trying to remember it.
I was trying.
This is like our 17th take.
I doubt that. Yeah, so this episode, very simple episode, very, I guess, semi-emotional toward the end.
I thought throughout it was pretty emotional.
I think it was just really the Damon Stefan stuff.
I mean, their chemistry, they got that Sam and Dean type of brotherly love, man.
Yeah, I don't think it's that.
I think it's like that.
No, you think it's like that?
Just a lot more complicated.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, so really, I mean, only 3 things are important in this episode because it mainly focused around Stefan, Damon, and fucking, what the hell is that girl name? I always forget Valerie. Yeah, it's only between them 3 that really happens. So, you know what we do. We go in order from less important to the best thing that happened. So, let's go ahead and knock out that Valerie shit, why don't we? Yeah, so when the stone broke, you know, first in the beginning of the episode, Damon and Valerie, they find the car that Mary Lou and
Thelma Louise or something like that?
Oh yeah, they were in that blew up, you know, they blew up the stone with their little magic, and they find the sword, the stone's shattered. Valerie pissed at Damon because, you know, they were trying, he could have basically prevented everything from happening, but Damon being selfish. Yeah, so she goes and she like, you know, she leaves Damon to go try to find Stefan's body, because basically all the souls that were in that stone when it broke, they just scattered.
Yep, and that was about 200 of them.
Shit.
Yep.
This is like fucking Inuyasha, fucking that Shikuyomi jewel. Now all the souls are scattered about, went to dead bodies. And
it's like the same thing.
Well, minus, you know what? Yeah, anyway. Yeah, so Valerie decides to go, you know, like, go do her own thing, lead Damon, because she's just not fucking with Damon right now.
I don't fuck with you no more.
So she goes to a lark, and basically, well, before she gets there, a lark basically, no, she went to go find Raina first. Then, but yeah, it goes to a lark, and the lark's basically talking to Matt, and Matt, what do you say?
He says
he
sent some people your way. Yeah, he sent some people a lark's way.
I think a lark, he found out that a lark was helping him or something.
Wait, was helping who?
Was he helping Matt? I thought he was helping Matt. Because then he said something like,
I don't think he was helping him.
I could have swore he said something. Okay, anyway.
Nah, because he's basically, I mean, Lark said that they've been out of the game for 3 years. No killing, no witches, none of that. So he wasn't helping them.
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, anyways, yeah, Matt was just like, be careful. It looks like he was packing to leave, and then he gets a ring at his door.
Yeah, he was gonna go meet up with Caroline, wherever she's hiding.
She went to New Orleans.
But
Klaus. Yeah, which we didn't know where he is yet. But yeah, gets a doorbell ring. It turns out it is Valerie with Raina. And so they come in. And you know, she's basically like, we need to find where Stefan soul went to. And throughout the episode, it seems like it's right there, like on the TV screen. Obviously they don't know just yet though, but it's right there on the TV screen. And the damn hand gesture. And then, you know, they're talking about Stefan, really. They're just like, oh, I bet you're happy. She's basically just, what's the word I'm looking for?
I wasn't even listening.
Wow.
I wasn't
Okay.
even listening. I got lost somewhere.
Yeah, she's basically talking to a lark, and you know, she's like, would you say she's taking shots at this man?
Oh yeah, that's what she was doing. She was taking shots at him. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I bet you're happy this is happening to Stefan, blah, blah, blah. Basically, and then Raina wakes up, and you know, she's saying that she like can hear all the souls. All the souls. That's fucking 200 souls that she can hear. So she can't like really pinpoint out one particular soul, so she doesn't know where Stefan is. So what they do is, they get a picture of Stefan, which was actually Stefan and Caroline's, because the way she looked at the picture, she was like, oh,
another shot to Alark's face.
I think actually Alark did that to her, a little shot to her.
I think it was a shot to both of them, really.
Probably. Yeah, so she was looking at the picture like, oh, and then, you know, she did something to enhance, you know, so she can pinpoint where Stefan was. So she goes to Raina, does a little head thing, they find out they find little bits and pieces. And you know, they see some fire, school bus, a cabin in the woods, snow, nigga with a anchor tattoo on his. Who the fuck gets that shit? Anchor
Marines
tattoo.
people and Army.
That's true. Yeah, anchor tattoo right here, and you know they're trying to pinpoint it. And I guess Alark, being super smart, didn't know that was true. That man said, "Wait a minute!" Got his remote, turned that TV back on, and it was right there. I don't know how they did they say he had a tattoo?
Yeah, they said he had an anchor. No, what they said was he was an ex-Marine, so I'm guessing that anchors is something like a sign that you're in the Marines.
They took a big guess on, and I know, she did say, oh, I did see a school bus burning. Yeah. So I'll give them that one. So now they know where Stefan is, so they tell Damon. Let's go ahead and go to Stefan, because I think Damon is more important.
Yeah. So I'll take over from here. So we have Stefan, who wakes up in the middle of the street. He sees that there's an accident that just occurred. You know, this dead guy is hanging outside of the car. Then you got a bus that's on fire, a school bus. His first instinct is to go save the people that's still alive. So he goes in, save a couple of them, and yeah,
Superman shit.
And then police come, ambulance, and then they're asking him questions. At first he doesn't remember himself until she calls him a hero, and then that's when he remembers himself, and he starts to think that he's in the Phoenix Stone. So, you know, he starts acting crazy, start causing trouble, saying stuff like I'm a vampire, stuff like that, and everyone's looking at this dude like, what the fuck? What kind of drugs is he on? And yeah, so one of the cops call him Marty something, some type of different name or whatever. And he's like, that's not my name. Come to find out, he's actually in someone else's body. Yeah. So the 200 souls, like he said, got released and they went into dead people's bodies. So the person that he jumped into was actually already dead. Yeah. And so from the accident. So he's this guy, and they handcuff him because, you know, he's acting crazy, and he just escapes. This dude escapes into the wilderness and becomes Leonardo DiCaprio, minus the bears. Yeah, and man, he's got them handcuffs, and let's see.
He snapped the handcuffs? He snapped the handcuffs off.
He snapped his finger out. He snapped his thumb out of place.
Oh, is that what he did?
Yeah, because remember he had put a spoon up to it to keep it in place. So that's how he got one of the handcuffs And then he breaks into a car. He drives where he's trying to get to a phone where there's this lady. I don't even know what the fuck she's doing out there, really.
Looked like she was camping or something.
I don't know.
Just doing a nice little stroll.
Probably.
I don't know why, because obviously I think they knew a blizzard was coming.
So he asked her if he could use her phone. She's like, yeah. And he already looks suspicious because he's bleeding. He looks torn up, worn out. And so the radio, she listens to the radio and it's like, hey, there's this crazy guy, be careful. And she just automatically just knew it was him. And she's just like, leave me alone. Fucking broke, like hit that dude. I don't see why his nose
need to use your
breaking.
phone.
And so she escapes.
And you had that, he had Stephen in the street like,
yeah, he was pretty sad. You know, watching these episodes and the previous episodes, we've come to a realization that, man, this dude, Stefan, gets no love from nature. He just keeps getting fucked. Like, this dude is in the sun and he is getting no shade at all. Like, god damn. All the worst shit keep happening to this dude. Drowned, girlfriend don't love him no more, go sleep with his brother, this shit, that shit, all this other shit. I'm like, shit.
Can't catch a break.
This dude is working
9 to
and he
5.
is not getting a break.
Overtime.
God damn.
Price until overtime. Man. I mean, what? Are they gonna ever give this nigga a break?
They probably not. So, yeah, so he failed to get the cell phone. He's down. He's running at the same time. There's this huge storm that's coming. So the police, a blizzard. So the police are saying, "Hey, if we don't catch this man, he's out there. He's injured. Shit, Mother Nature is gonna kill this dude for us." Basically,
then he basically. The guy, his body that he's in is actually a drug addict, I believe they said.
Yeah, the body he's inhabiting.
Not only is he fighting the cold, but he's also fighting the withdrawal because he hasn't taken any drugs. Yep. So he's like throwing up and everything.
And can't forget that just like what was her name? What was the Lark's ex-wife name?
Fuck. Shit. Oh shit. It's right on my.
Well, you know who we're talking about. You know the one that died at the wedding. Yeah, her. Let's not forget when they put someone in her body. They put a vampire soul in her body. She had like 3 days to live because the soul and the body was not compatible. So we have Stefan, who's a vampire. Well, his soul, which he's a vampire, is in a human's body. So Damon and them come to a realization that he's not gonna be alive very long, and I believe he knows that too. So that's where Stefan is right now. So we're gonna hop over to motherfucking.
Before we do that, I just want to say, how does the whole soul, like when it broke, how does that whole first come first serve thing happen? Because I would think since Stefan was the last soul that went in there when the jewel broke, I would think he would be the first soul to come out, like he'd be the closest, but. I guess it's just like a damn whirlpool.
Probably.
Who knows? Okay, now you can do that.
Now we're gonna go over to my nigga Damon and let this dude tell the story.
All right. Well, yeah. So Damon basically, he after that whole, I guess you could say, kind of fight with Valerie. He goes back to go to get Stefan's body, but Stefan's body is gone. So then he's driving. He calls Valerie. He's like, "Hey, I don't know why you took Stefan's body," and then as he's saying this, Stefan's walking down the side of the road. So he's like, "What the fuck?" All right, and then so he gets in the car. And he's like, "Hey man, where you been at?" And then he was just like, "Oh, I'm glad to have you back." Bless you. So he was like, "Man, where you been at?" And then he was like, "I don't remember." And so then he gives him his diary to, try to get his memory back, read it a little bit, and everything. So later down the episode, they go to a diner. Yeah, they go to a diner, and he's like acting different. He's basically just drinking the shit out this waitress's blood. And so, Damon's like, okay, something's wrong. So he's like, hey, let me make a phone call real quick. turns the jukebox on, so I guess it could, so he wouldn't be able to hear him. So then he calls Valor and he's all like, "Hey, something's wrong with Stefan," and he was like, "Oh, you're with Stefan? It's not Stefan." And yep. So then Damon finds out it's not Stefan. After that phone call, they basically like, we need to find the real Stefan, and then we need his body too. So you bring his body, we'll find the real Stefan. Yeah, we already told you about their story. So yeah, Damon, he's driving. Like they leave the diner and they're driving, and he's acting like Steph. Like he act like he got his memories back. The guy, whoever it is,
which I thought was funny.
Yeah, he was acting like Steph. He was like, I really love you, brother. And he was trying to, and then Damon was just like, cut the crap. I already know you're not my brother. And then he was just like, oh man, well, you seem like a good guy, or whatever. But maybe we can hang out later. Rolls that window down. That boy did that Chris Brown deuces and just looked like nigga flew out.
That nigga said deuces. That nigga
also Superman shit. God damn, yeah. So he was gone, and after that, I think they tell Damon where the real Stefan is. Mm-hmm. So Dave, since he was the closest, he went, and he goes into a police station, grabs one of them jackets. I didn't even know they had. Maybe that was just because they were hiding inside, probably. Grabs one of the police officer jacket. I was wondering why it was just one hanging up, but somebody probably just put it on the rack. Mm-hmm. So yeah, he grabs one police was like, "Who are you?" And then he says he's a Matt Donovan
from Mystic Falls.
Mystic Falls, the best Superman.
Yep. Best officer.
Best officer. That's what he's.
But he says it sarcastically.
Yeah. So he's basically trying to get intel on what happened. Then turns out that woman that Stefan had came across on the road, she actually went to the police station to file that complaint about him. And
now, what did she say?
She said,
"This is how people get caught up in the system.
This is how people
go to jail for something they didn't."
I mean, he
didn't. She came in there like, he attacked me.
Well, she tried to close the door and he held the door.
And he was saying, "I just want your cell phone."
Like if somebody did that to you,
I wouldn't say that's being attacked. I'd say this nigga needed to use my phone. I wouldn't.
So he's like trying to open the damn door.
Yeah, but he wasn't reaching for her, and he was just like, "I just need to use your phone." That was it. Man, that's not attacking.
Fuck out this.
To me, that's not attacking.
Yeah. So anyway, Damon basically compels her.
No, I want them to visualize that.
What the hell did he say?
She tells him where Damon's location, where Stefan's location was. She was like, it's south. She was like, it's west from such and such route. And so he turns around and tell all the cops. He's like, "Hey, so the guy is on south route, whatever. And then the girl's like, "That's not what I said." And then he compels her.
Oh yeah.
Then he compels her.
That's what you're gonna say.
That's what you're gonna say now. I thought that.
But what did she say after he said that? Because he was like,
she said
what?
to get my phone. She said,
"Oh yeah, that's
if
right.
you find my phone."
Yeah, that's right. And then so then Damon, he calls Stefan. Well, because he calls the phone because it's by Stefan.
Yeah, the phone was buried in the snow this whole time. It got buried under the snow.
It could have been. So yeah, he calls him. He answers. This is where it starts to get to that heart to heart.
Yeah, they had some heart to heart. I thought this dialogue was really good. I mean,
that shit looked like this fool was about to die.
Yeah, they really made you believe this dude was about to die. The whole dialogue, pretty much, Stefan was just saying, "Man, you abandoned me like I'm your brother, and not just now, but you decided to leave." To desiccate for 3 years. You decided to leave me for that female, Elena.
And she and he was there before her.
Yep.
That's what he said.
Yeah, he was pretty much like, "Dude, you lived 165 years before you even met her.
Yeah.
So what's going on?" And he was like, "You know what I did today?" He was like, "What I did today was I woke up and there was a bus on fire, and my instinct was to save those people." So Damon, where is your instinct? What is your instinct telling you? And Damon pretty much tells him what his instincts tell him, that he's a selfish person. He doesn't give a fuck about nobody, not even his own brother. Yes, he admitted to it.
Yeah,
he admitted to it. But then he was like, until I met Elena. Yeah. So me personally, I feel like that's no excuse for you to treat your brother like that because you met some random person.
Which I feel like he was kind of not lying when he said that, but cause he does care about his brother. Cause even like after that conversation, they were having a conversation about when they were little, and then he was saying they were playing hide and seek. And Stefan would always hide in their father's office when they're not supposed to be in there. And then Stefan says, like, if you knew where I was, why did you never find me? And then he was like, were you scared to get in trouble? And Damon said, no, I was scared. You get in trouble? Something like that. So it's like a back and forth thing with them. It's like he cares.
Yeah, deep down he cares.
He cares, but it's just, I don't know, his actions.
So right then and there, he tells Stefan to walk and walk and walk, and then they're done. You know, they're still talking and stuff. And that's when Stefan's just like, brother, you're not gonna find me. And that nigga just collapsed.
Bone collapsed. I was like, man, this nigga's dead.
And then you saw this white light. You're like, man, this dude about to go to them pearly gates.
Fly up like this.
Like,
I wish I could just love it, taste some more.
Yeah.
Just, go up.
But, nope. It is Damon. Oh, you know another thing that I like? Before he collapsed, he was telling Damon, like, he's a bad hero. He was like, you're a bad hero. Yeah.
That's sad. But he collapses, Damon gets him, pops him in the car. Guess the car has a heater. And he wakes up, and he's like, oh yeah, I got you. Now, and then, he had some donuts in the car. I guess Stefan was real hungry. Started tearing up them donuts, but then all of a sudden he started bleeding. And, Damon was like, damn, we got 48 hours to go find your real body. Mm-hmm. And now that is where they're off.
Yep.
And lastly, the guy, the vampire that's in Stefan's body.
Oh, yeah.
We find out. Well, I guess we don't really find out, but Alark says he remembered us, like, cause they found out that Stefan, the guy that's in Stefan's body, went to Memphis, which it had like a sorority houses there, and that reminded Alark of a story that happened in, I don't remember what year, some old year, 18 something, I think.
19th century.
It was 19th century? Okay, yeah. Well, it was some old ass year. And, he was just like, there was a killer that would go to sorority houses, and I think they said before he became a vampire, he was a murderer, and he'd go to sorority house and kill people, but not only that, he would make them kill each other, or whatever, and then they never caught that person that did it. So I'm guessing that's this person. And basically at the end, it shows him going to a sorority, getting invited in, and he gets one of them fireplace sticks, wraps that shit around the door so nobody can escape, and he's just happy in the mouth.
Yo, you can tell this dude.
That boy, I hope I can put a party right up in here. That boy was just like...
That boy was feeling like he was in heaven.
Yes. So what did you think of this episode?
I thought this was a really good episode. Not as good as the originals, but I felt like that dialogue.
He's right.
I felt like that dialogue was probably like the best part of the episode, in my opinion.
The dialogue was,
but definitely still good. I got 2 thumbs, so I'm gonna give it 2. Thought I was gonna give it just 1. I'm gonna give it 2 thumbs up. Yeah, thought it was good.
How many thumbs did I give the original?
Man, you gave the original probably close to 1 million.
Is that how many hands on the first Okage is?
Shit, cause I mean that. Yeah, think about how long that statue is.
That's true.
And then they had fucking hands right here, hands right there, hands all over it. It probably was not 1 million, but definitely probably in the thousands area.
I'm gonna go ahead I'll go down a bit. I'll go to Shiva. I'll give it Shiva hands. What is that, 6? Is that 6? I think that's 6 hands. So I'll give it 6 thumbs up just because that dialogue was so good between Stefan and Damon. You gotta love that. And this villain, I don't know how long he's gonna be here, but he seems interesting. But that is it. This has been our review of the Vampire Diaries, Season 7, Episode 17.
And for more reviews, please like, comment, and subscribe. And before we go, I don't know if y'all have heard about Cat Graham, you know, Season 8 being her last season and all.
Not Cat Graham.
Cat Graham, the only black Bonnie Bennett witch. So yeah, so next season is gonna be her last episode. They say she's gonna go out with a bang, but you know, share some of your great moments that you enjoyed about her in the comments. Tell us, you know, things that you liked about her, or times where she was just badass, like when she cut Enzo's damn hand off. But yeah, I mean, I like her. He loves her. So yeah, congratulations on whatever she plans on doing in the future. And yeah,
Who's gonna be the new witch? Who's gonna be the new witch?
Deuces.